Hey everyone, and welcome to a quick demonstration of how the tutorial level works in my game Elite Command. So we're in a pretty basic level at the moment. It's just got my base and 3 different resource points. So we'll see at the top left here it says welcome to Elite Command. To start off, please press the next tip button to move to the next tip. If we press previous tip, nothing happens as this is the first tip it gives you. We can close this box using this one and then reopen it using the same button. So if we click next tip, you'll see that it says to move around, try using the WASD keys. So it's basically just giving us some basic movement mechanics, telling us how to move around the level. To look around the level, hold down the middle mouse button and drag the mouse in the direction you want to look. So you see, if we hold down the middle mouse button and move left and right, the camera will move in the direction we're moving it. So next it says, to zoom the camera in and out, try scrolling the mouse wheel up and down. Being zoomed out will increase the speed you move through the level. So as you see, now that we're zoomed out, we're moving quite fast. And as we zoom back in, we move a bit slower. So that's it for this tip. If we move on to the next one, it'll say to start the game proper, click on the large part of the building you spawned facing. So we can't move forwards in the tutorial unless we start doing what it says here. So if I click on it, it'll say, now click on the spawn unit button for the portable mining drill to spawn it. This unit can be sent to capture resource deposits in order to increase your resources per second. So if we click spawn unit, it'll say, now that the drill is spawned, click exit to close the building HUD. So if we click exit, it'll say, now click on the drill unit with left click to select that unit. So if we click it, it'll say, now with right click on the deposit rocks to send the drill to gather resources. And now it says, once the drill reaches the resource deposit, it'll start taking the deposit. This will take longer depending upon how many resources the deposit gives. So you'll probably see this later, as this one only gives 5 per second. It doesn't take too long to capture. Whereas this one over here gives 15 per second, so it'll take a bit longer to capture. Same with this one as it gives 10. So it says, now that the resource deposit is taken, you will start gaining more resources per second. As you see, we went from 5 to 10. Now we need to click on the base again in order to continue. So now it says, click on the Sector 1 button to open the building construction page. So if we click on it, it'll say, now once you have enough resources, you can build a troop barracks. So we need 425, and since I've been explaining, we've gained quite a bit. So we'll build it. It says, now once you have enough resources, you can spawn an offensive unit, which may be used to fight against enemy units or to destroy their base. Spawn an assault rifler. So for now, we can just spawn one assault rifler in. It says, good, this unit will start construction now. It'll take a couple seconds to build. Once it's spawned in, exit HUD again. And now it will say, if you were in an actual game with the enemy AI, you could send units like this one to capture their resource points, destroy their units, or capture their base. For now, get a feel of moving the unit around, and when you're ready, open up the HUD of the base again. So if we wanted to, we could move the unit around, see how it moves, do all that fun stuff, but since I already know how it all works, I'm just going to get back onto the tutorial. So, now if we click on it again, you'll see before you have a look at the other types of buildings, you may want to capture another resource point to speed up your resources per second. So if we spawn another drill in and capture this one, it'll start heading over. Now while we wait for that, I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit. As you see, this one, even in 5 times speed, it's taking a little longer as it's double the resources of this one, so it's going to take double the time. So now that it's captured, it says, good, you should be making a few resources per second now. Reopen the base's HUD once more. So now we can open it, and it says now we can have like all the different types of buildings available to build. Open any of the sectors to have a look at the building types. So if we open Sector 2, it'll say first off, the heavy barracks. This building is used for spawning strong units like tanks or APCs. The aerial barracks is used for spawning units like helicopters that can traverse any terrain. The research station is used to research upgrades that improve your units and your base alike. This building can be very important to gain the upper hand. Click Next Tip to see more about the other buildings. So we can click Next Tip, and it will say the resource refinery multiplies your resource output, so you can increase it by 1.25 times the usual amount, or when upgraded even half more than the usual amount that you're making. The on-base mining drill is like a standard drill, so like one of these ones, except it gathers more resources the longer it's built. And I suppose it should say that when it's deconstructed, the speed goes back to normal, well, goes back to the start when it's reconstructed again. But the base shielding, which is this last one, applies shields to all the buildings of your base except the turrets. Once the shields are depleted, the base can be attacked like usual. Next, let's have a look at the turrets. So, it says to click on either turret slot at the top right of the base's HUD to have a look. So we can click on either one of these two, and it will say, these are the turrets. These can passively defend your base from incoming enemy units. Right now you may only see one type of turret available, but more types of turrets can be researched and built. Now you can close the base's HUD again. And for now, this sums up the tutorial. You can try facing off against the enemy and apply what you've learned to defeat it. You can click finish to end the tutorial, or go back through the previous steps to try out parts of it again. Now, may I add more stuff to this tutorial? It depends. I think for now, this may be alright. I'll just see what sort of feedback I get. But yeah, if you want to, you can go back through all the different tips you were given. And when you're finished, just click finish, and it'll send you back to the main menu where you can start a proper game with actual AI. So yeah, that's the tutorial level. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video, mate. See you.